Hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm finally updating my lipstick roulette project. I believe this is episode 4. My sincerest apologies about at the beginning of this project when I started it, I was so good. I was like filming every week and like getting things edited and turned around very quickly. And then like middle of August hit, we were like on vacations from like middle of August to like middle of September. And then we got back, I started working, which took took a good week to kind of get back in the swing of working. And then I got a cold, like literally right after that. And that cold put me on my butt for about a week and a half. And I'm feeling much better, but I just feel like I'm just kind of getting my legs on the ground. So my feet back on the ground with filming and stuff. So here we go. Let's go over the 7 items that I have pulled from last week. And then I have, because it's been so long since I've filmed, I have a bunch of items that I've pulled out that I know that I love and that I'm keeping. So I'll go over those with you just to kind of speed this process up because sorry for this long intro, but one of the things that has occurred in our lives recently is that we decided in September that we really want to go home and see family for Christmas this year. And so we were kind of talking, we realized, oh my goodness, we've been in Sweden in December will be a year and a half, and that will mark the halfway point for how long we are planning to be in Sweden. So we're kind of like, now's the time for all the things that we overpacked to go back home. And so I want to try to pack up some of this makeup that I know I'm not going to use, in a year and a half. I'm not going to use it up. I kind of want to really be strategic and put things in, like keep things here that I know I have a chance of actually using up. And then some of it can go home, and it kills me that it might sit there for like a year, but there's no reason for me to kind of like hoard over here and then like stress about trying to get it home in a year and a half from December. So long story short, I have a lot of stuff to go through. We're going to amp this project up as much as I can. And so yeah, we're starting with 3 items that I love. First off is my Buxom. This is Naturally Daring. It's a really nice, I just really like the Buxom formula of lipsticks. So really nice kind of peachy nude, really beautiful over a lip liner. So definitely keeping this one. This is going into, again, I have 3 categories. I have a love category. I have a I like you, but I don't love you kind of category that I'm kind of going to reevaluate at the end of this project. I have a try again, which technically I've just kind of decided, since I only had 1 lip product in there, I've just kind of slipped it back into the other lip products that need to get worn before the end of this project. And then I have a declutter category, and I have decluttered 1 item. So this one is going into my love category. Love this shade. Beautiful, beautiful shade. Definitely keeping that. Next up, I have a this is the Thick lipstick by Fenty. This one, it was new to me when I put this in the project. It's a little bit deeper of a nude for me, but I really like it. I tend to like deep nudes. Probably, I don't wear them as much as I should just because I feel like sometimes if I'm not careful, they can age me. But this one was super comfortable. I was very impressed by the formula, so I'm definitely keeping that. Plus, I really just enjoy keeping many products. So definitely gonna keep that. Next up is my Stila Fresco. This is one that when I wore it, I was a little bit surprised because it's a lot more cool tone than I remember. But at the same time, it's one of those things where if I was doing like a really simple, like kind of light smoky eye, like matte, and then like a kind of a dramatic eyeliner, I can see me putting this on in the fall and like with a black shirt just like this and loving my look. So I'm also like sentimentally attached to these Stila lipsticks. The more I do this project, the more I realize that even if I come across a shade that I know I'm not gonna wear, I don't think I'm ready to get rid of these things yet because my husband gave me these. This was like one of the first like makeup gifts he ever gave me. It was like this little set, and so I'm definitely not ready to let that go yet. It was super thoughtful and very sweet. So I'm definitely keeping those 3. I have 2 that are going into my I like you, but I don't love you category because yeah, so the first one is this Milani Amore, or the Amore Matte Metallic Lip Cream and Matte About You. Now this one is shockingly bright, and that is why I won't let it go, because I do really love the shade. But at the same time, I'm not a fan of this formula so much. My lips have to be perfect or else it kind of looks a little crazy. But it's such a fun shade that I know I might only wear this like once or twice a year, but like Christmas time and like middle of summer, I sometimes want to pull this out. I also like I like dressing up in theme kind of thing. So I wore this to like Wonder Woman premiere and I loved it. So for that reason, I feel like I'm gonna put it in the I like you but I don't love you category and just kind of make myself reevaluate it at the end of this year. But this is probably one that I will keep because it's just, there's something unique about it and fun to be able to reach for it when I want it, even though I know I'll never use that thing up because it's gigantic and I'm never gonna wear it that often. The next one is one that's also going in that same category, but I have a feeling that there's a good chance I might be able to declutter this by the end of the year because it's a nice matte, or it's not matte, it's kind of a cream sheen finish of blue leaning red. This is Ulta 201, I guess it's just the number, lipstick, and yeah, it's just not special. I can wear it, it looks great, it looks beautiful, but especially like come the end of this project, if I have a lot of reds that are similar in color to this, I can get rid of it. So because it's actually a pretty good formula, I'm not gonna declutter at the moment, so I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna hold on to it, but I have a feeling that this was one that I can talk myself out of come the end of this project. So moving into 2, I'm gonna declutter 2. So the first one is Skinny Dip by Tattoo Junkie, and this is one that's a beautiful color, but I know myself, I don't reach for many, like this one, it's a little drying to be honest. But I don't see myself reaching for a shade like this, especially when I have a shade something like thick. Where's thick? Thick, right here. They're very similar in tone. And so yeah, like when I see that I have like a nude that's so similar in this in a much more comfortable formula, I'm gonna let this go. I can't believe I'm saying that. Decluttering a second lip product. The other one that I have here is Barcelona Nights, and this one again is one that I think I can let go of because while I really loved this formula, this shade is a lot harder for me to wear. It's very pigmented. It does stain your lips, which I do like that, like as your gloss wears off, you still have some color on your lips. I like that, but this shade is just one that I don't see myself reaching for that often. So for that reason, I'm gonna put this in my declutter pile. I'm just a little stressed about it, but you shouldn't be, it's fine. Okay, now I have 11 more products that I pulled in the past couple of weeks. So I'm sorry if this video is too long, but I have 2 of the same formula here. I feel like I talked about at least one of these in a past video, but I don't remember, so I'm just gonna make sure I mention them here. One is in the shade Varnished Rosewood, and one is in the shade Glossy Fawn. I feel like I've mentioned Glossy Fawn before, but these are just super easy, very comfortable. Like I'm wearing Varnished Rosewood today, no lip liner or anything, I just threw it on. And yeah, these are just super easy to wear. They're definitely not going anywhere. I really enjoy reaching for them, especially like just everyday usage. Such a nice lipstick, both by L'Oreal, by the way. And then the next one I have is Dolly from Buxom, and this was one that I found at TJ Maxx a while ago. But again, this is just that creamy formula that's so beautiful. I love it. I love this color. It's a nice cool tone color, but not too cool tone on me. Beautiful. This one's definitely not going anywhere. I love this color. Definitely staying. Next up, I have 2 Bite lipsticks in the shade Caramel and Rosewood. So Caramel I recently put into a project because it's my favorite, like nude. It's my perfect nude, in my opinion. So this is one that I'm like, I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. I might as well go ahead and tell you about it, tell you about my love affair with it. It's not going anywhere, so that you are fully aware and you know why it's staying. The other one is Rosewood, again, Varnished Rosewood and Rosewood. And this one is a little bit of a deeper nude, but I just really like the formula for these Bite Beauty lipsticks. So while this one isn't a shade that like overwhelms me and like makes me fall in love with it, I know myself and I know I won't let this formula go just because I think it's very comfortable. It's a multi-stick, I think, or you can use it as a multi-stick. And I have done that before. I used it as a blush, and I just really like it. So that's definitely staying. Next up, I have one from Lorac, and this is one that I love reaching for in the fall. So this is why I recently was like, you know what? I want to wear Savoir Faire from Lorac, and I went and hunted it down. And so it's time to tell you also about my love affair for it. Beautiful, kind of orange leaning nude, very stunning in my opinion. So nice. When I finish this thing, I will be like devastated because this is one that I have to find a dupe for before I move on from it, because that is like one of my top 3 like nude colors I've ever worn. And then I have Very Cherry from Maybelline, and this was my first red lipstick purchase ever, so it is probably really old. Let's not judge me. Still super creamy, very, excuse all of these swatches that I couldn't get off. More blue tone than some of my other lipsticks, but I like in the past, I know in like episode 1 or 2, I showed you like very orange leaning reds, which I was very drawn to during the summer. But you know, as we approach holidays, this is when I know I'm gonna reach for. So this, again, Very Cherry from Maybelline, and that one's definitely staying because I've had a love affair with that one from the get-go since it was my first red lipstick. Funny story, it's actually one that I was like, I bought that lipstick, I loved it, I was like, I want more red lipsticks. Like, as I was getting into makeup, I thought lipstick was gonna be my thing, which is why I have so many. I went back to the store, dug around in the lipstick bin, and I was like, ooh, this one's so unique, and I think I don't have anything like it, and I'm pretty sure it's different than the other one. Got home, and it was the same lipstick, so I had to give it, or I think I gave it to someone, but I was just like, obviously, I'm very drawn to that color, so I'm definitely keeping it. Next up, I have a MAC color luster lipstick in the shade Jubilee. This one's newer to me. I picked it up in July? And I'm super impressed with this formula. I really like sheer lipstick formulas, and so this is one, I stuck my finger right in it, but this is one that looks so good over a lip liner just to give your lips a little bit of life, and it's beautiful. It can go kind of cool tone, but it also can work over like warm tone lip liners. And I've also worn it alone, and I'm very impressed with this formula. It's my first time ever trying a MAC lipstick. Very impressed. Definitely keeping that. Another one that I'm keeping is a gloss from Ulta. This one is staying because I recently put it into a project. So this is in my 13 by Halloween, I think. So a nice orange gloss, can be shared out really well. I really enjoy these little like gift packs that Ulta puts out at Christmas time. That was giving to me, and I've used up a number of those things because they're just easy to wear and super comfortable and nice. So keeping those. And then the last two are two pinks that one of them is going into my love pile. So this one here is Troublemaker. So fun story, or long story short, recently I was trying out a bunch of pink lipsticks because this past Friday, my husband and I hosted a like scary movie night here in Sweden. A lot of people that he works with, they don't know anything about scary movies. My husband and I are like huge horror nerds. And so we were like, oh yeah, we have to start him out with like a baby, like a little bit of a baby movie. So we did Nightmare on Elm Street, but we asked everybody to come in like 80s attire if they had it, you know, for fun. And I played around with a couple of these lipsticks, and in playing around with them, I'm like, well, I can introduce you to them because I know I'm keeping. This one here is Troublemaker from Too Faced. Gorgeous, gorgeous color. Yeah, absolutely stunning. Definitely not going anywhere. Another one that I played with that night, and I'll see if I can throw a photo in of my makeup look because I had a lot of fun. This is Matte 04 from Essence. And this is one that my husband like loved on me. He was like, what is that? That is a gorgeous color. So this formula is actually very good. And there's a little bit of me that's like, if I'm gonna declutter, I kind of want to declutter something that's a little cheaper, because then it hurts my heart a little bit less that I wasted, you know, didn't waste as much money. But these lipsticks they perform like high-end lipsticks in my opinion. They're super nice. So this is a shade that I think is worth it, and I'm definitely keeping. Okay, so I have my bag of about, I think 80 to 90 lipsticks left, and I really want to kick this project into high gear as quickly as I can because I want to get through as many of these lipsticks as I can before our trip home in December. So that's a lot. That's a very lofty goal. I'm gonna pull 10 lipsticks to work on in a week. I know that's a lot. I know I'm not giving them as much attention as I want to, but I still don't think it's impossible to do, especially if I wear one in the morning and then when I get home from work in the afternoon, put another one on, and I can reapply them even in the same day. So this is one that we're gonna kick into high gear, do as much as we can. I'm gonna pick 10 lipsticks to go through this week and see how we feel about them. So here we go. Okay, so I have a lap full of 10 lip products. Let's quickly go through them and chat. So the first one is a Color Jolt in Orange Outburst, number 20. I got this at Big Lots, I remember. So this is one that I know I love oranges, but this is gonna come down to the formula for me. If this is something that stays in place, I'll consider keeping it. But if it's one that I have an issue with actually like getting to stay where it should and like sit and stay, then it might go. So the next one is a lipstick from NYX in Liquid Suede. It's, I don't even know what the color is. Oh, Jet Set. It's a blue, deep blue. So this is one I can tell you pretty much right off the bat that I'll probably end up keeping this, because there are certain shades like this that I know I've loved in the past, and while I don't wear a blue lipstick often, when on days that I really want like a blue lipstick, and occasionally that happens, this is one that I know I love. So I'm excited to kind of at least wear that one evening this next week. And then the next one is a Star Wars lipstick from CoverGirl in the shade 40, I guess. This one's such a cool color. It's more of a topper shade. You definitely have to wear this over like another, like I have an orange kind of lip crayon that I'll probably dig out to use with this, because this shade is such a fun shade. So this is actually really a fun one to pull during the month of October, because it's just a fun color. So definitely excited to use that. Next up, I have India Intrigue, and this looks a lot like the Barcelona Nights one that I just decluttered. So we'll see if this might also end up on that same chopping block, because it's just a color that's so intense that I doubt I'll wear it very often as a gloss. So I just realized that I prefer very like much thinner formulas of gloss now, so something way less pigmented. So Harbor of Crush is the next one from Wet n Wild. This is from their Midnight Mermaid collection. I know I put Coral Crown in this project. I had it earlier in this project and I really loved it, but I'm curious to see if this one flatters me as much as the other one. The Coral Crown one is more like a bronzy kind of orange leaning shade, and this one looks cranberry, like a little bit more red toned in a way. So I don't know if that's gonna flatter me as much, but I definitely am curious to figure this one out and try it out, and definitely think about it in comparison to Coral Crown. Next up is a Revlon kind of HD Twilight. It's a purple. I remember why I bought this. One, it was like super cheap at Big Lots, but two, I had worn a lipstick that I decluttered a long time ago. It was like one of those NYX matte lip creams, and it was a purple shade, and I wore it to like the Black Panther movie premiere, and it looked awful all night. It was super patchy. I mean, the color was beautiful, but it just wore horribly on me, and I was so bummed because I loved the purple color, and I kind of thought maybe this could replace that. And now that I swatch it, I'm not sure if it will. I definitely want to try it out over lip liner, give it a fair shot, but it's a little bit too muted. Like when I wear a purple lip, I want it to be like in your face, like almost neon purple. So I'm not sure how I'll like that this week, but it's definitely something to consider and try out. Next up, I have a little mini guy in Chai from By Beauty. I have not actually tried this on my lips yet, so I'm super excited. There's that one there, so that one will be nice. And I just love By Beauty formulas, but I typically only pick them up when I see them at TJ Maxx because they can be a little pricey. So next up, we have a shade called Exotic, and this is a NYX like the suede, the liquid suede or something like that. Lingerie, the lip lingeries. So yeah, that is that one right there. It's a very red tone. So again, this one's gonna come down to, is it comfortable enough? Is it a color that I think I would reach for in a liquid lipstick? And also, do I have anything like it? Which will probably more be evaluated towards the end of this project, but yeah. Next up, I have an Essence lipstick in Matte 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 03, or actually I think these have names. Wow Effect. And so this is one that, okay, oh, it's more mauve. Like as I swatch it, it's more mauve than it looks in the bullet. So this is one that I'm just worried that I have too many of these shades. I know I like the formula, so I'm definitely excited to reach for that. That's a nice daytime work color that I can wear. Oh, and the next one is my other matte lipstick, or my other MAC lipstick that I picked up this past summer. And it's a neon orange, or the shade is neon orange, and it's an amplified lipstick. And I actually haven't got to wear this yet, so I'm super excited. And again, how appropriate that we that we pick an orange lipstick in the month of October. So there we are. It's very orange. I'm super excited to have pulled this month. And so yeah, that is everything for this video. I'm so sorry again that this is probably a lot longer of a video than you probably want to click on, and it's been such a long time since I've updated, but I will try my best to get back on track. I did film like an update for this video when I was sick, but it was awful. I looked awful. I felt awful. My energy level was horrible. So I just scrapped it, and today we finally got it done. So here we go. This is this next week's selection, and this is what we covered this past week. Is that not overwhelming? Probably. So sorry, but I will see you in the next one.